two examples. One, we released the movie La Bamba, story of the guy. She's a singer. Can you sing a La Bamba?
I don't know the words.
Okay, I
La
can't.
Bamba's in there somewhere.
I can't, but I was better as selling the movie, I can tell you, than singing what's the story. And we were a huge hit, huge. And he told them, there's something about ethnic marketing, Spanish. Secondly, I was mentioning this, I brought here in Cannes the film Boys in the Hood. And it was the first black movie that was not about pimps, drug dealers, about action, car washing, you name it. And it was a social movie. And I managed to make this film something you cannot miss, something
you need to see.
You need to see, who won 3 nominations at the Oscars. The guy was 19 when he made the movie. He was 20 when he was here. And he had never left South Central LA. I don't wish you to ever go there. I got lost once, I remember, in car. It was very scary. Anyway, he came out this place, and he lands at the Carlton. So that was a big cultural shock. But anyway, the message the thing I want to say is we managed to stay true to the movie. Do anything in terms of marketing that was ethnic or whatever the film was, which means no posters, graffiti artists. And by the way, I want to salute 2 artists here. Nesta Morgan here, who is sketching us.
Nesta's incredible.
And you'll see her sketches on filmfestivals.com.
And just pause. Nesta is like, how can I keep saying this, but I met Nesta on the film festival circuit, and she goes around and draws panels.
Art for Film.
Artforfilm.com. Check out her work.
Also filmfestivals.com, you can see. And our second artist, and he's not dressed the way we are, and I love the way. So Pab is our. Maybe you can introduce yourself. His specialty is dealing with film posters and meeting people, transforming the posters. But behind this, there's a film poster. So we asked him for Eman's film to transform, to create 3 different type of posters for Bilal, which are here and we'll see on the website. And we'll come back to Pam in a little bit of a moment. But I want to conclude about what I was saying about Boys in the Hood. The film was so successful here that the head of the studio, Frank Price, told me on the tarmac, getting into his plane, say, Bruno, thank you, did a great job. Say thank you to your team. I think I'm going to change the box office estimate from 30 million to 50. Basically, he was just saying, Bruno, the work that has been done here is worth 40 million, like 20 for the US, 20 for the rest of the world. What it means after that, when he came back, he said Stephanie Ellen, who was the producer of that movie, because the kid went to see Peter Guber at UCLA, say, oh, I have a film. Okay, see Stephanie. And Stephanie greenlighted. A year later, the film is here. And a few years later, maybe 2, guess what? John Singleton has 3 movies, one with Janet Jackson, etc. And then they start making those films for Spanish community, for black community, and now I see at Sony and all the studios they have this religious film where they do remakes of Passion of the Christ or by
biblical stories.
Yeah, biblical stories. So my point is they are a little bit very slow, but when they understand, they realize they're very fast, and they put behind things that will eventually turn into rules. Any more questions before or comments?
All right.
Pab will be our introduction to the next part, where we'll be giving a few awards. I see we're missing a few people, so I want Pab to tell about his art, how he does. He works on the croisette.
Yes. I'm a street artist.
I've been painting in the street since 18 years, and first of all, I came to Cannes because I wanted to give the possibility to the public to answer to the artistic proposition and commercial proposition of the cinema. And because I thought that here in Cannes there was a lot of people from the public, not professional, and they didn't have a role to play in the festival. They were like forgotten. So I said, okay, I put many movie posters in the streets, and I made people paint so that they could answer to this proposition. And so after the first experience, that's okay. After the first experience, I came back, but I was alone, and I went to the Croisette, and I started to paint alone, and I found myself very well because I met a lot of people. Because cinema is like opera, it's a global form of art. So you have people who write, people who draw, people who take photos, people they give all their life. They are all artists. And so I met a lot of people like this. Even in the commercial, in the trade of the cinema, you can have artists. So I met so many nice people that it gave me the opportunity then to go and visit other countries. I was invited like this in New York City, in Los Angeles, in Tokyo, and so I could do this kind of performance in other countries. So I take the collective unconsciousness of people and I just project it very spontaneously. So I'm in front of the Carlton, and I'm there from 4 o'clock in the afternoon until midnight, and you can come and paint with me and express yourself. And it's like a refuge too, because when everybody is like or bored or stressed or tired, they come to my place and they just relax and they can be themselves. They don't play a role about the festival or whatever, or I've got the badge, I've got this stuff. they are themselves.
So where can we find you on the Croisette?
I'm just after the second tower of the Carlton, in front of the Carlton on the Croisette until Sunday. That's it.
Thank you.
Oui, c'est pas fini encore. Attends.
This is the art that we want to give to Ayman that you did about Bilal, his poster. Maybe you can comment on. I'll help you hold it if you like.
So this is the original.
That's the original. Okay.
I just play with it. It's like a game. Like
Ask him to play. Ask him to do whatever he wanted. He's the artist and he's free.
I play with the material of the poster. It's like this one. Did you see this one?
Yeah.
Let me.
And there is this, the last one. It's just a play with a
That's my favorite one.
character.
And you put the Everest behind underneath. Is that the mountain with the?
I don't know why. It's like an image of life.
I can't see it. You're blocking.
Yeah, something wrong.
Yeah, one. It's a beautiful one.
Thank you.
It's for you.
Iman is going to be lucky and being he will have to carry a few things in his luggage because the team at Animation Day in Cannes decided to award Bilal, Iman's movie, Best Inspiring Animation, and this is so fitting in this place that. And again, this is our friend who is responsible for this.
Mr. Mia.
Let me take a picture of you. And I like to do many things together at the same time. I'm a panelist, I'm a moderator or not. Thank you. Photographer, I should. Thank you. The other we might wait because we are like 2 or 3 minutes in time. I want to explain you what we did. we have a section, so we gave prize to our competition called Anime's Days in Cannes, which was open to shorts and feature films. The winners were showed today at 1:30 in the Palais and 1:30 in our venue. And we also had the second section. I'm welcoming Marion Döring from the European Film Academy. We had the second section, which is where we're going now, which was called Best of Fest. We looked at the film that won recently in the festival, the key film awards, which include César, European Film Awards, Clermont-Ferrand. The list is pretty long, but basically we wanted to select the films that we believe were the most important and recognized with us. So I now would like to ask Jürgen and Marion, if you don't mind, to come here. This is very informal. You missed a little bit of a... So I trust most of you from Europe are familiar with the work of Marion and Wim Wenders and the team who do every year in December the European Film Awards. Maybe Marion, you can tell us a little bit about the rules here, 1 year in Berlin, etc. I mean, members. I mean, this is your thing, so.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Well, the European Film Awards are like. We don't want to be compared with the Oscar because this is another universe. But in principle, we do the same for Europe, and we are presenting now this year for the 29th time the European Film Awards in 21 categories. And the ceremony takes place always in the beginning of December, and it's 1 year in Berlin and the other year in another European city. So we're traveling with our ceremony. And this year we will be in Poland, in Wrocław, which is also European capital of culture this year. And yeah, as I said, we will present award in 21 categories, and one is the animation category. And the decision on the nominations and on the winners are taken by our members. We have 3,300 members all over Europe. Our Europe is a bigger Europe than the European Union, so we have the geographical, cultural Europe. And we meet then every year at the award ceremony, and it's a real, like a real family event, many people coming together. Very political also, because there's a lot we have to say these days about the state of the world. And as you know, filmmakers are open-minded and people that love the freedom of speech and the freedom of artistic expression, and our ceremony also stands for that. And so
but Mario is very modest because she's presenting. This is not the Oscar. This is a very. It's a brilliant show, and Jürgen is doing this with Mario. It's funny. It's a very big job to give how many awards?
21, as I said.
21 in an hour and a half or 2 hours. And what's brilliant also is it helps spread the word, spread culture, and that's the initial funding of the mission of European Film Award. And one big sign is how many countries are airing your ceremony. 60?
No, it's about 40 countries.
Oh.
Yes. And,
it will be 60 soon.
Yes. And sorry?
Do you do your own selection yourself? Can we submit movies?
Both. So festivals, but also filmmakers are invited to submit. And we have every year a list of about 300 to 400 films, feature films, for example. And then the board of the Academy is supported by a group of experts, mainly festival directors. They select out of these around 50. And these 50 films are then accessible online, VOD, for our members, and they vote then for the nominations in the first round, and in the second for the winners. And for the animation, we have a cooperation with Cartoon. So there's a committee composed of Cartoon members and representatives and members of our academy that nominate 3 films, and then the members get access to the films and vote for the winner.
Pre-selection. So
all informations are also on the website www.europeanfilmawards.org. as everything regarding the regulations and how to submit and when the deadlines are, which film are eligible. Everything is easy to find.
We also have a Young Audience Award since 5 years, and we just presented it 10 days ago. And there we have a completely different setup. We present 3 films, nominated films, nominated before by a group of experts, also mainly festival directors of young audience festivals. And these 3 films are aimed for the age of 12 to 14. And we present the same 3 films on the same day in 26 European countries to young audiences. And like in European Song Contest, they see the films, they vote for the winner, and they announce the winner, and then we stream the ceremony online. And it's for the kids, it's a great experience to see themselves. First of all, they have a responsibility as a jury member to see that they are on the same day doing exactly the same as their fellows in the other countries, and to discover European films. They are not popcorn films, so most of the kids, they love action movies or horror movies, as they say, but they never really saw good quality European films.
There's also something that Mario and her team have done in the past to celebrate short films, and many of our in our audience make short films.
Yes.
And the process of qualifying the films is very interesting.
That's another, yes, again, there we have another setup. For the short films, we have a cooperation with 15 festivals in Europe, 1 per country. And we have the most important festivals like Clermont-Ferrand, Tampere, Villa du Conde, but also festivals like the Venice Film Festival or Berlinale. In these festivals, the jury of the festival selects 1 film as a nominee to the European Film Awards. So in the end of the year, we have like 15 films from these 15 festivals, and then the members again get access to the films and they vote for the winner.
I can tell you, I can be a witness as a former member of the board that this process takes about a year. It's a full-time, it's a lot of work, selecting, viewing, discussing, arguing, and etc. So in the end, it's democracy, and
Yes.
that's what it is about. The film who won Best Animation at the European Film Award this year was
Song of the Sea.
Song of the Sea by Tom Moore. Tom, he said he couldn't swim. He's sorry.
Yeah.
And I also asked the distributor, Au Ecourt, and they are so busy, I'm sorry, they are so busy selling
Yeah.
that I think you're going to keep the award.
Okay. And then what do we do?
No, you keep.
We sent it.
Well, we have it's an Irish film, isn't it? Song of the Sea. We've got an Irish. Do you think you could deliver it?
You know Tom?
Oh, yeah, I know Paul.
Okay, can you be our messenger? We won't kill you. Bruno?
Yes.
Michelle can deliver it.
Okay, my name.
No, he's not, but he's the ambassador.
So next year it'll be in Europe, yes?
Yeah.
You'll make
Thank you. Thank the panelists.
Something else coming up?
Yes, we so
Don't leave it. Our program's not over, but this panel is.
there's one thing which is now on your presentation about the Ryan Larkin Foundation.
Okay, and okay, so in terms of our activities, what we're doing is with ORU, who gave us. But anyway,
Who was Ryan Larkin? Tell us.
Ryan Larkin, but it is a foundation which will help animes activate certain activities